Well, hello there, April and
Hello.
Lee.
Hello.
How are you both doing this fine Wednesday?
Wednes and Day.
Well,
Swimmingly,
indeed.
thank you.
Now, April has the eyes of a god, so April will be able to tell us straight away, is this real or fake?
I'm going to say real.
Okay, interesting. Lee?
I mean, to be honest, I kinda can't. I think that's probably fake. To be honest, it just kind of looks a bit off.
Well, April, Lee really is stealing your skill. It is fake. It's not real.
Knew it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I've figured out why I didn't get that right. Because the
Mm-hmm.
shadow at the back of the house there doesn't line up with the fact that there's no wall there, and instead there's a light source coming from inside the house. The shadows don't look quite right for this.
I mean,
So I
to be
should have
fair,
gotten this correct.
a light source from inside the house does make sense. We normally do have lights inside.
Yeah, but what I'm meaning is like the sun from outside
Ah,
should
yes,
be
I see.
making that top of that
I mean,
ceiling
I mean,
lighter.
it looks like kind of like it's like maybe sunset or dawn or something. To be honest with
Yeah,
you, so there wouldn't necessarily be like a lot of light coming from the outside.
yeah.
Can we
I think the sun's
pretend?
like going down,
Can we
but
pretend that I said the right answer?
we can't.
No,
Unfortunately, Lee doesn't get many wins.
thank
But
you.
it's all coming up Lee lately. You got one wrong last week as well. Lee's got promoted in
Well, Lee, I don't like you
existence.
anymore. I don't think I want to be your best
Wow,
friend
wow! You
anymore.
heard it here. This is the official friendship ended with Lee. Now
Beyonce shipping everything out the window.
now
Heartbroken.
Mid Journey is a new friend.
Mid Jenny's life.
Now Lee,
Yes.
if a priest was skimming off the top and taking money from their flock, what do you think would
Yes.
give it away?
And maybe if the priest turned up to church in like a nice new car, like a
Oh,
Lambo, maybe.
The
what
priest
happened to
has a
your
new set of
audio?
titties.
I have no idea what's up with it.
You just sounded like you swallowed the mic. But you are correct.
Uh,
It is a different visible change because Brooklyn Pastor, also known as the Bling Bishop, is found guilty of spending 90,000 US dollars of his parishioners' savings on luxury goods.
yeah, no shit. Look at him.
I mean, I understand why he is called the Bling Bishop.
I mean, I mean, he has the name, the Bling Bishop. Why would you give him money?
Also, like, he doesn't look like a traditional clergyman. I was
He does not
expecting,
know.
the black, the white little. I'm not even sure what it's called. Essentially a bit of
Color?
cardboard.
Maybe like a Gucci collar or something.
Yeah, yes.
Like
Now,
those Versace robes.
oh god, just like the AI Pope War.
Exactly.
Now, what do you think would happen in an American? Well, it's not an American school, but let's just use America because they like guns. What would happen to a teacher if they shot a student?
I hope they get put in prison.
Prison?
Yeah, what she said.
Suspended. Yes, a teacher is suspended after allegedly shooting a student in class.
I mean, suspending them is probably the correct thing to do, and then they should go to prison. Like, there's like an order to these things.
But it was allegedly.
Well, I mean, you've got to investigate it, haven't you?
But yes, since the gun went off and they were shot in the leg during a heated argument.
About what? I mean, I'm sorry, I laughed there, but like, I mean, it's not funny, but you know.
I mean, also, it's probably one of the best places to be because it is a medical school.
Yeah, I mean, if there's any school you want to be shot in, I guess.
Yeah, true. But like, the fact is, like, what if it was just an experiment? Now, how do you treat a gunshot wound? Well, we don't have a patient, so here, let's do a practical.
I don't know what to say about this.
Well, it gets even worse. April, can you
Mhm.
tell me what your pronouns are? If you don't mind, of course.
She, her.
She, her. Lee, what would you say your pronouns are?
I don't have pronouns. Do not refer to me.
Okay, so Lee.
That was a bit
Just Lee.
dark.
Just Lee. Well,
Do not refer.
well, if you don't have any, let's just say I called you him.
Yes.
Teachers who use wrong pronouns could face legal charges.
If it's done maliciously, yes. If it's done deliberately and maliciously, and they refuse to cooperate after multiple times without the child being unreasonable, then yes, they should face prison time.
I mean, I don't think there's a face prison time.
I
That's a
don't
bit harsh,
think.
but
I
I think
think
it's
prison time is
like-
a bit excessive.
yeah, but they should, yeah. I mean, that should be a child. It's a basic respect thing at this point, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Like,
It's a common
you're
courtesy. Like, I mean, if they're doing it maliciously, then tell them off. But like, prison time's excessive.
Prison death sentence.
I mean, what I feel like what the Telegraph is kind of implying here is that, ooh, if you slip up and use the wrong pronouns, you'll be fired. Like,
Well,
I mean,
no, it's
no,
what
like,
it
that's
is
that's not what's
because
going to happen. But,
it's because it's a new bill. This
Well,
also affects
yeah.
students as well.
yeah, I just know how the Telegraph goes with these things. It's definitely going to be fear mongering about this.
Oh no, it is. However, it's like I couldn't find the other article which was talking about, but it's an American bill, that like if it passes, they could just like teachers, students could also be in extreme trouble if they don't use pronouns that are on the like when a student registers.
Yeah,
Like let's say you registered your child, and it's like, hey, Susie wants to join school, and you register as she. If she changes later on, you have to still refer to them as their retrospective thing when they signed in.
that's dumb as fuck.
It's weird. It's a very weird system.
I mean, like at some level, it's kind of just it's just going to get in the way of the learning environment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like to be constantly saying to a student, no, you're not this thing that you say you are. You are this other thing that we say you are.
Yes.
That's just going to get in the way. Like
Of
it's
course
just
it is.
there is no benefit to that at all.
Well, April,
Yes.
if you were teaching your child or like helping your child with homework, what affliction may you suffer?
I have dyslexia, so that is something, or dyscalculia, as some people have. But I don't know what you mean by an affliction I might suffer.
Like
PTSD from
PTSD.
homework?
PTSD is a very good idea that you may suffer from assisting your child with homework. The correct answer, surprisingly, is heart attack and stroke, because Chinese parents are increasingly suffering heart attacks and strokes while helping kids with their homework.
I mean, is this just because like Chinese parents are having more heart attacks and strokes overall, or is it something to do with the homework?
Also because the like the child doesn't understand, and then they don't understand. But like here's an example. Was helping one of her sons with the maths homework. She lost her cool because the child didn't understand. Yeah, she was pissed.
I mean,
How
that sounds
dare
like a
you
her
not
problem, to be
understand
honest.
calculus? Soon after this, she had a splitting headache followed by vomiting, and yeah, she had a subarachnoid hemorrhage.
Yeah, it's so basically she's under ridiculous amounts of stress, and that was just the
Yes.
breaking point.
Yes. Just chill. Like, just let them do their work. If you need to help them, like there are people to help. You can also have a study group.
Hire a tutor.
Yeah, this tutor, study group, anything. Oh, goodness. But there is a case from 10 years ago, and it's a big mystery, actually. Now, I'm kind of curious to see where this goes. But this is the story. Mexican detectives found, after vanishing during a search for 43 missing students, they disappeared almost a decade ago.
Almost a decade ago, they've just been
Yes,
found.
these two detectives, not the students, So these students went missing more than a decade ago. Then the two detectives that went looking for them also disappeared, and they've now resurfaced. Officials don't know what to do, but they say that they may have been freed from captivity.
Potentially. I mean, I guess they're unhurt though, weren't they?
There's an interesting thought here that the article states are about a man and a woman. It could be that they've deliberately vanished off the planet because they were having a love affair, but that's the soap opera explanation of what could potentially have happened.
Yes.
I hope that is the case, because if they were captured, that's horrible. I wouldn't want anyone to go through 10 years of torture or whatever they had to face, but I'm hoping that they're okay and that it doesn't take them too long to recover and get back to normal life, whatever they've been through.
Well, it feels like an X-Files episode. It feels like Mulder and Scully.
It really does.
You know what I mean? Like, it's two federal agents that have just disappeared for a decade.
I hope they're all right.
Yeah, so do I. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how this story develops. Now, over in Germany, a German student creates the world's fastest toy car.
Sick.
92.24 miles an hour.
Oh my god. And what is it? Is that like a
It's a
Jesus
V8
Christ.
engine.
That would be terrifying. To
I
drive on
would
that
hate
thing.
that shit. April
That would be.
would
I
fucking
would love
love
this.
shit.
I would love this. This is right up my alley. If I could fit at least one arse cheek on there, I'm away.
Honestly, April is immortal. She has nerves of steel. She's willing to be thrown from a trebuchet. I wish you well. Please do not die.
I will not. I will.
I think it would be really fun. Like, oh my god, can we watch a little bit of the video? Would that get us like?
No, it should
Would
be
that
fine.
be an issue? Or...
I will wear all of the elbow pads when on this. Oh no, that's so close to his wing wang.
I mean,
That
it's
is
a tiny
dangerously
little
close to his
car.
wingman.
How? How do you... Oh, look. He has to lean back on it as well. That's insane.
Do you know what you see the bobsled in the Olympics? That is horrendous. Like, oh my god, that's terrifying. Like you move like very slightly, and like you overbalance very slightly, and you are gonna have the worst road rash in existence.
It's so fucking funny though. Oh yeah, of course. There's the brakes. I think that's very. That's
what I used to break.
That's
That
very
seems safe.
Flintstones.
I used to brake like that when I used to go down the hill on my scooter. I used to use my feet to brake, and all of my shoes ended up with little holes in the back.
Yeah, I want to see the soles of his shoes after that.
Like, I love the little like pan it does. Just when it pans, like it's just like fuck. Even this last is just like, what the fuck was that? Brake. Look at the rubber just wearing down on his shoes. Nailed it.
What a beautiful thing.
I did it.
I love his little dance, yeah.
Oh, good for him. Yeah, good for him.
That was incredible.
You know what?
That's like one of the best things I've ever seen on Weird News.
Well, I was going to put this story later, but, you know, since it's also about racing, fuck it. This thing. New time trial cycling helmet. Looks like something from Spaceballs.
I'm pretty sure I saw Daft Punk wearing this on stage once.
Yeah, this is one of their... Fucking hell. I mean, I know why. It's for, like, you know, like
aerodynamics. Yeah, it probably makes sense. It just looks like
it does look stupid. It looks
thing
like
you've ever seen in your life, doesn't it? Yeah.
I'm gonna buy both the thing before and this, and I'm gonna look like the coolest motherfucker on the planet. And when I rock up to my wedding with the fucking coolest helmet on and the tiniest, fastest little RC car, everyone's gonna just there's so many applause.
Put this helmet on while driving that RC car. See if you can get it going even faster.
I'll be 200 miles an hour of pure fucking amazingness.
But yeah, this is basically what you look like when you walk around on the street wearing the Apple Vision Pro.
Jesus. Now, April, have you had your COVID vaccine?
I have had 4 of them.
4 of them? That is weak sauce. Because...
Oh, I know how many this man's had.
Yep,
it's like
scientists are baffled by a
something.
man who got vaccinated for COVID-19 217 times.
Why though?
He just, why not?
He really wanted to prove that don't give you
Well,
autism.
just as for a laugh, or
I mean, there was also a dude in America who stole a fuck ton of vaccines just for himself.
I mean, this guy's gonna end up like radioactive or something.
You know what would have been like the best ever?
Yeah.
He gets COVID. It would have been
you
so
imagine?
fucking funny.
Is there any sort of report on whether or not he's had COVID? 'Cause that
Oh
would be really
god,
funny.
I wish. Total of 8 different vaccines, including difference available from RNA vaccines. Blah blah blah. No noticeable side effects were triggered in spite of the extraordinary hypervaccination. Did not find any indication of a weaker immune system. Yeah, he seemed perfectly fine.
Now people can stop going on about what vaccines cause because this man's done the science for us.
Vaccine is absorbed in the antibodies, triggering the immune system, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, he seemed perfectly fine.
Good.
At the time, he was suspected of getting so many shots in order to get his hands on multiple vaccine certificates. Then he sold to people. Nope, just for him.
That is probably most likely what was happening.
No, they're all injected into him.
Yes, but then he sold the vaccine certificates.
Maybe. Now, would you like to see Saudi Arabia's new male AI and why it's causing a stir on the internet?
I know this one as well. Can I take over the story?
Go ahead.
So this AI looks quite cool, dressed quite snazzy, seems to, not be so much into the uncanny valley side of things.
Yeah.
However, on his first outing, he decided to have an old grope and a news reporter that was reporting with him. Did you straight up like touched a butt?
There are many things that could be said about this.
It just so you know, the robot itself is on a repeating pattern. She stood in a just unfortunate place.
Yeah, I don't think nothing about this was deliberate. It was just
Yeah,
very funny that the internet decided to go crazy about it. She's like, no, stop touching my butt.
Yeah, that could quite easily just be a mistake.
Yeah, it's just been shown that it is quite literally just a repeating pattern. Like, that's all that the robot does, just goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. It's just on a loop. It's just very unfortunate, but obviously, I figured
it was going to be. Figured it was going to be something like that.
Yeah.
I think you said it doesn't go into the uncanny valley.
It's still pretty uncanny.
Much does.
But I mean, it's hard to make, like, unless you literally use human flesh, it's hard to like do anything, Now, do either of you listen to music while you sleep? Specifically, use headphones.
Lee uses headphones for audiobooks. No, sorry, documentaries. I don't wear anything over my ears.
Okay.
I don't wear headphones, sorry. Lee does.
A woman suffers permanent hearing loss by listening to music in headphones every night for 2 years.
Okay, how loud is she listening to that music?
Not as loud as you think. Like, it's at a reasonable level. It's just because it essentially, because of the amount of time. Think about how long you're sleeping. And, like, the constant thing where you're just not letting your ears rest.
I'm wondering if that's because she's, like, been putting earbuds in her ear, like, maybe like, that has caused some issues as well.
No, it was actually headphones. I thought it was earbuds as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought it was earbuds as well. Yeah, when she was in college, she started to listen to it, and she just kept it up for 2 years. And she noticed that it had permanently damaged her hearing. Like, she was just like, oh, that's a bit weird. My ears are a bit, like, foggy. But yeah, it apparently does have a bit of an issue, because it's just not letting your ears rest.
Okay, we'll have to do some more research into that.
Food for thought, Lee.
Yeah.
She now has to wear a hearing aid to compensate. But also, I mean, logically, if you think about it like this, if you're using like an audiobook or a documentary, like, it's not going to be for the full night. You know what I mean? Whereas, like, she was listening to it for the full night while she slept. So that's like, what, 8 hours? Is your documentary 8 hours?
No, not on the slide. To be honest, it's only like an hour, and then I end up pulling it out and pull the earbud out my ear anyway when I was asleep.
That's what I mean. Like, it's not like you're listening to it like this person, but if you want, I'll send you the article.
Yeah, I might look into that, yeah.
Next, even worse, a man with hoarse voice finds leech attached to his throat.
Yeah, that'll do it. I was going to make a joke with the word nay in it, but then I didn't know what to say. So just know that I had that in mind and I was going to be funny.
Don't worry, we'll move on to old people.
I am an old person.
70-year-old grandpa shocks internet with his toned physique.
This is not a grandpa, this is a picture of me. I am toned. Fucking hell, that's impressive.
I look half that good when I'm 70. I don't even look anywhere near that good now, to be honest.
You lie, Lee. You look amazing.
I don't look like that.
Yeah, like, no, honestly, like, Lee could easily balance between 2 bamboo railings.
Very much so. Lee's super strong.
Yeah.
I still don't think I'm as strong as this man.
I don't know. Like,
Take the compliment.
He's clearly using the bamboo railing as support. You wouldn't need support.
Yeah, you just levitate.
Yeah, look at that.
That's how strong you are.
Look at that weak man. Fucking weak guy.
Can't levitate half as good as you.
Now, how good do you think Coke is for
rotting away your nose? Very bad.
Well, how good do you think Coca-Cola is for the elderly?
Not very good because it's high in fructose corn syrup.
Well, a Brazilian grandpa claims he's been drinking only Coke for the last 50 years. Despite,
made it out as...
just, you know, despite suffering from diabetes and heart problems.
That's what causes diabetes and heart problems.
Well,
despite... No. Weirdly, they are completely unrelated. This was despite suffering from that.
Yeah, it's a complete coincidence that he's been drinking Coke for 50 years and has diabetes and heart problems.
Look, could be any of the reasons.
I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to say anything on this other than he is lying.
Well, do you think eating McDonald's every day is bad for you?
Yeah.
How old do you think you'd get to before it killed you?
There's this big bloke who's won the world record for eating nothing but a Big Mac meal every day for goodness knows how many years. He has it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Mm-hmm. And he is now, I believe, in his 60s. So
he's 70.
There we go.
I mean, I don't imagine it would kill you. Like, you're not going to be particularly healthy.
Well,
I don't imagine it would kill you. It's enough calories.
34,000 Big Macs. People thought I'd be dead
autism
now.
If I've ever heard it.
Yeah, he is probably autistic.
I mean, to be fair, as you can see, he used to consume 9 a day, but he's cut down to 1 for lunch and 1 for dinner. In order to maintain his health, he doesn't eat French fries and walk 6 miles.
I mean, to be honest with you, the burger itself probably isn't that bad. It's like bread, meat, and a bit of salad. It is probably bread... right. The fries are kind of what does it, aren't they?
Yeah, pretty much. But it's also like there's loads of people who are like, oh, I ate XYZ for X amount of years and I lived to this length. But it's normally because, you know, they also do other things to balance it out. Like the people who are like, oh, I ate this and then died at 20. It's because you're not doing other things to balance it out.
Exactly.
Now, April, you like animals?
I do indeed, yes.
Now, if I said animals, and specifically police, what do you think is in a police station?
I know that police in the Philippines have water buffalo that they use instead of horses. I know that some police forces have rats that they use in sniffer dogs.
Yes.
And what else do they have?
And also in Brazil, in prisons, they have geese instead of dogs.
Yes, we've learned that. That's very funny. Police are fucking vicious, man. But I'm guessing that there's some place somewhere that has an unusual animal in the police force, and I would
No,
like to know
you
what it
actually
is.
said it, in fact. It's rats. But they're not
Yay!
on the force. They're an issue. Because what happens to all those drugs they confiscate and
Oh
put in the
no!
lockup?
Is it like coke? It's like cocaine bear. There's gonna be fucking roided rats everywhere.
No, these are marijuana rats. Yeah, Cop Boss says marauding rats are getting high on the marijuana at the police lockup. So, yes, they are all come from the evidence room. There was also cockroaches in there, but it seems that mostly the rats are eating it. I don't know about the cockroaches. There could be weed cockroaches too.
I think that this is like the police force are like, oh no,
Oh, no,
all
it's
of
the
drugs
rats.
are gone
Oh.
missing. Oh man, I've noticed that you haven't made any traffic stops today, and you've eaten a lot of crisps. Oh well, I'm just having a slow day, sir. There's not been much traffic on. Your eyes look red.
Yeah.
Oh no, nothing's
Yeah,
wrong. It's
hay
the
fever.
rats.
Hay fever. Yeah, but
Yeah. I mean, in order to actually get high from it, you have to like decarb it first. Like, I don't know if saying that's going to get us banned, but like, yeah. So I doubt the rats are actually getting
There's
high.
chemicals that need to happen before. high
Yeah,
Yes, I mean,
chemical
makes sense.
reactions need to happen.
But like, I think it could easily just be that their building is falling apart. Like, the building is literally on its last legs. It's filled with mold, cockroaches. The elevators don't work. The bathrooms don't work.
Those poor police officers deserve a better place to work.
Yeah, they're just like, hey, there's a building that is relatively new and functional. It would be far easier than hiring exterminators. Just fucking give us the building and move us there. That's what they want anyway. Now, this is it's an interesting story, but also statistically, it is sad. Because in Fukuyama, residents are warned not to touch cat after a chemical tank fall.
Bless the poor thing.
Well, so
So
the cat's
now-
got like,
Well, the cat fell in a vat of chemicals. It was walking away, perfectly fine. They assume the cat might have died. They have no idea. However, you can't touch this cat because it is extremely toxic.
I'm hoping that there's no other animals that find a weak cat and take advantage of the fact that it's not well needed. I'm hoping that it smells too bad for it to eat. Because
It would.
if it's
it
toxic,
would.
then
Like
this
it's
could...
these chemicals are very pungent.
My issue is that as soon as something like that can get into a food chain, it can take a while for it to actually get back out. So I'm hoping that this cat has peacefully passed away somewhere, not been in too much pain,
Yeah.
and or somehow has managed to be seen by a vet. That's a nice hope, but I don't
I'll tell you right
think
now,
that
there's
would have been
no
possible.
way. Just touching it, like it just being near the substance, can cause skin irritation, respiratory problems, blindness. Like it's not a good chemical that they're
cats.
working with. But yeah, currently there's
Probably has passed
there's
away.
an extremely toxic cat just on the loose. Now, have you ever seen a school that has a giant wall?
once or twice.
Now,
I
how
feel like
would
it's not
you-
going to be as big as this wall, though.
Well, no, because you have to think about it as if it was a prison to try and sneak in answers so students can cheat. Now, we've had this before, Lee, when we talked about that lovely person
police
who
officer.
dressed as a policeman and thought, hey, I'll cheat by dressing as a policeman and walking into the school.
Oh, is this his next? Is this his next scheme? Is it?
Oh, this is many people's next scheme, because people climb school wall to pass students cheat sheet during exam in massive cheating scandal.
That's a hell of a wall as well.
That is a hell of a wall.
Jesus Christ!
It looks like an old
Wow.
fucking fort.
If
It
they've managed to
does.
cheat and do this to do it, then they deserve to pass.
Yeah, honestly, if you can get over that wall, like, fair play to you.
But the fact is, they go over the wall and then they're passing the instructions to the students, right? But like,
Right.
The instructors have to travel to the other side of the wall. What's on the bottom? Do you think people aren't just going to notice random sheets of paper or a brick falling from the wall? Or like people on top of the wall going, hey. And also, it's not very subtle. They're all doing it at the exact same time. They've rocked up with a fucking trailer.
Listen, leave them alone. They're trying their best, and the good on them.
Well, either way, April, you like dinosaurs.
I love dinosaurs. The pointier, the better.
We should go to Japan. Why
Yes.
do you think I say that?
Because have they just discovered a new type of dinosaur, or is there like a big fossil find that they've had? I hope it's a fossil. Loads of fossils.
I think it's not a fossil, but I think you'd be totally fucking down for this. Japan has a fascination with T-Rex costume races.
Oh, you know what it is? Fuck it. You've shown me how good fashion can be. I'm getting a tiny RC car that goes 280 miles an hour, making it faster with one of those helmets, all while wearing one of these suits. And I swear to Christ, I will
you
be the
you would
fastest
definitely win,
dinosaur
definitely win the
alive.
T-Rex race.
I mean, you definitely win the T-Rex race, but if you're on that car, the T-Rex head would just go fucking everywhere.
It would be beautiful. I'd go deaf.
Yeah, but apparently they've been doing this for the last couple of years. It's just hosted around Japan, and they just like racing in T-Rex costumes. It's quite adorable.
It is fantastically adorable, and I'm going to ask if they would like to collaborate with the United Kingdom, and I will have it in my backyard, which can hold probably about 5 people. And this is going to be amazing, Mackie D. I will promise you I'm going to bring this over to the UK.
As you can see, there are 3 divisions: juvenile dinosaurs, elementary school students and younger; adult female dinosaurs, junior high school students or older; male dinosaurs. Wow, there's no brackets for that. Just male. Yeah, you heard it here. Just so you know, to enter, all you need to do is have your own T-Rex costume, and it's available in a variety of colours.
Oh, I'm going to get the best, spikiest, best-looking dinosaur. This is the best news ever. I like this. This is the best weird news you've ever done.
Well, thank you. But what about bowling? What do you think of bowling?
I love bowling. Can we
Can we
bowl as
bowl as
dinosaurs?
Well, what name one of the most important things in bowling?
The bowling ball. Bowling
Exactly.
shoes.
The balls. Because this is the Balls Out Bowling event, which invites bowlers to roll in the nude.
Again, something that I've always wanted to do. Brilliant. I would love to do it. Thank you very much.
Are you on nude if you're wearing the shoes though? Like I feel like you're not
no,
fully
you
nude if
are
you have to
fully
wear the
naked.
shoes. So you don't wear the shoes.
No. I mean, you can, but the idea is you're meant to be fully nude.
The exception is that women can wear bottoms.
No, I want my everything
Right.
out.
Well, why do women get to wear bottoms and men don't? Like it's not really a neat. Well, actually, it's balls out ball, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you know, you could be a woman and.
My balls are bigger than everybody else's here. Thank you very much.
I mean, it's just you can. They're not. It's not like a law. It's
So
saying
it's, like,
that you
optional.
have the opportunity.
But then why would you go to this and like not get your balls out? Like
That's true.
I feel like if you go into this event, it's because you want to get your balls out.
It's not
because
because-
not because it's like you can go there and it's optional.
It's not to look at other people's balls either.
That is true. Oh god, I don't know. I don't think I'd be down.
No, I don't see the point.
Well, you guys can miss out on all the fun while I'm there with my balls out having the fucking time of my life.
In a race car
And
with a T-Rex
strung a strike.
costume. You know,
I
all the
have you
classics.
know, I won a bowling trophy once, so
Interesting.
I will
It's
mop the
it's
floor
true.
with
She's
you
got a
all.
bowling trophy.
Well, April, since you've got a bowling trophy, what about a beluga trophy?
I love beluga whales.
What about orcas?
They're scarier than beluga whales. Belugas are cute.
Exactly. Now, can you tell me why orcas eat sharks?
Because it's a power play thing. They also eat the livers because they
Yes.
need the nutrients.
Yes, specifically the livers. Now, normally, to take on a shark, many orcas take on a shark. It's like a pack.
Not necessarily. They're strong enough to take one on their own, and I believe one has been noticed
Yes,
killing one
recently.
for its liver.
And that is it. Single orca. First time ever a single orca has been spotted killing a great white shark for its liver.
Nature is beautiful. It's also terrifying, because that shark is a very powerful animal.
Yeah, also...
However, like killer whales are fucking deadly. They have intelligence as well.
They literally have killer in their name. Like, we don't know anything about the sea, really. Just don't fuck with the sea.
No, we don't.
Don't fuck with it.
We know more about the deepest out of riches of space than we
I
do about the sea.
know, which is a worrying thought. I always thought, you know what? Why don't NASA and, you know, all the other biological, like, people get together, deal with the sea first, you know, map out that, then use the collective resources to do space.
Yeah, then,
Yep.
and then
One
with the bonus
thing-
that we might want to get the fuck off this planet when we discover what's at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah,
So
if
there you go.
Cthulhu's down there, I'd like to know why would want to leave. But whatever. Either way, what do you think of cum trees, Lee?
Cum trees.
Cum trees.
I couldn't possibly comment.
Answer the question, Lee. I want to know what you think about cum
Yeah,
trees
this
too.
is a
I
very
don't know.
important... Fuck, marry, kill,
I mean-
cum tree. Well, the reason I mention it is because get a free tree for chopping down a jizz-smelling one. So
It's the tree
these-
that you get, the one that smells of jizz.
No, yeah, they're the ones you want to get rid of. So these are called calorie pear trees. They stink. They also spread their nectar and like seed everywhere, so they're becoming an invasive tree species.
This sounds like a very annoying tree.
Where does the jizz come into it?
It
It's
smells
not
of
a-
it. It smells of it when it blooms.
Wait, okay, if people's jizz smells, then they need to calm down.
When you have semen in like enough quantities, it does have a smell. It's not necessarily like bad, but it does have a smell.
How much semen are we talking about, and why do you know this?
Why don't you know this?
Stop turning it around on me.
Either way, they flourish and they're an invasive species. So what they're doing is they're doing a buyback program. You will get a new tree if you just cut down one of the shit trees. Like, they're an invasive species, no one likes them, they stink, and they're just like, hey, well, all the nutrients that tree was sucking up, here's another tree that doesn't stink, it's pretty, grow this one instead.
I'm going to go to bed thinking about jizz trees. So
You're welcome. Now, Lee, you do music.
I have been known to.
Do you know of the singer or rapper Little John?
I do.
Can you give me an example of some of his work?
I've heard of him. I don't really know. Like I couldn't like name any songs.
Well, I can. He says, "Yeah, okay."
Oh yeah. Oh, is that
Yeah.
dude? Yeah, to the window, to the walls. That dude,
Okay.
yeah.
Now, what kind of things do you think will be on his latest album?
Probably lots of shouting.
No, meditation.
Oh, the opposite.
He has dropped a guided meditation album.
I mean, maybe it's gonna be like really aggressive meditation.
No, it's actually really calming. I listened to it. It's actually very calming. I would show you, but, you know, copyright.
No, I will check it out after the
yeah.
the stream.
Like, he was just saying that, you know, once he turned 50, he couldn't party as much, like, go as hard. And he was just like, I got really into meditation, so he has
Yeah, good for
10
him.
tracks that are 10 minutes apiece that are all about meditation. And it's weird, because I don't think I've ever heard him speak. They're quite chill, to be fair. But yeah, the only thing I know him from is, yeah, okay.
what a lovely thing.
I know, good for him. And I thought, to end weird news before we do a game, we'd look at some of the most bizarre rock and roll albums. Because some of them
Okay, I'm down. I'm down for this.
have
I
very
love
weird
the good
stories.
rock and roll.
I like weird music.
Do you know Lou Reed?
Yes.
I do.
I have no fucking clue who this fella is.
You don't know
Either
who
way.
Lou Reed is?
No.
He is incredibly famous.
Good for him.
And Lee can't tell you what for.
apparently-
He does a music, man.
He
is a
does
man.
music. That's
comes
what.
from down your
that's
way,
why.
apparently.
That's why Lee and April are here. They know music. I don't know music. Now, my mind reels in horror whenever I recall the day I bought this album. You know, put the needle on, spinning vinyl. The sounds that emanated from my stereo sounded like audio torture techniques on captured spies.
Yeah, that sounds like Lou Reed.
Yeah, it was originally released as a double album, a departure from the rest of his catalogue. Music it is very considered to be a joke, a grudging fulfillment of contractual obligation, or an early example of noise music. The album features no songs or any recognizable structure compositions. This one just seems to be a shit show.
I might give it a listen.
You're going to listen to the contractually obliged sound of Lou Reed metal machine music?
Yes.
Yeah. 2-disc set containing nothing more than ear-whacking electronic sludge, guaranteed to clear any room of humans in record time.
Lee listens to this anyway.
That sounds like my music taste, to be honest.
Well, how about Elvis Presley having fun with Elvis?
I used to have a big crush on young Elvis, and I would quite happily have a lot of fun with 26-year-old Elvis. But
Now, what if I told you...
what is this about?
Well, this isn't songs. You see, as you can see in the top right-hand corner of the album, a talking album only.
Alright,
You
so
see-
this is just like Elvis. It's just Elvis's stage banter, basically, between songs.
Well, it's weird. So it's stage banter during various concerts. After about 10 minutes of listening to it, it's just what the fuck? It's literally just him talking in between concerts, and that was an album.
That's interesting, actually. That's an interesting concept.
Also, it reached number 130 in the Billboard Top 200 and peaked at number
Yeah, it ain't bad,
9
I suppose.
in Hot Country's LP.
Bearing in mind this is of sales, not to mention not for popularity. So I don't think people bought it and then thought this is the best thing I've ever listened to, unless they're into weird music.
So yeah, Lee, what I'll do is I'll send you this link as well, so you can enjoy the weird and wacky music of Elvis and random
Please,
metal.
like, honestly, please do. Like, I'll have a great time if you send
Yeah,
us this.
I will send you it right now for later use. But yes,
Thank you.
next story. Batman and Robin. Sun Ra and the Project Blues.
Okay, alright.
Here's the true story.
That sounds very fun.
So it's a space jazz, eccentric space jazz pioneer rock blues 60s combo. English went out the window when I tried to say that sentence, but that sounds very fun.
All the tracks were based on public domain, like Chopin and Tchaikovsky's Symphony, the love theme from Romeo and Juliet, and generic rock riffs. Just what Batman would want.
Of course.
Copyright-free music. Ah, yes.
Oh my goodness, this album.
I've
listened to this album.
What?
I have listened
Have
to this
you?
album. It is
Yeah,
It is
yeah,
a
we both
trick.
listened to it.
this is the right, okay.
I'll let Lee
Don't
explain.
even read this section, right?
Okay,
Just after the
tell
stream,
me
just go
about
and
the
listen.
tell me about the Shags.
No, the more I tell you about it, the worse it'll be. Just listen to it after the stream and tell us what you think about it. Just don't even read this section. Just
I
don't
know-
even read it.
I won't, but for other people, it's there. And as you can see, the one thing I did notice in all caps is a big mistake. So,
That is very true. That is very true.
Oh,
They're
you're
not
in for a
wrong.
treat.
You're in for a treat.
well, that is strong. How about this? He looks like a serial killer.
That is
I like his style.
terrifying.
Terry Melcher. He sounds like a serial killer. Terry Melcher was pretty much narrowed down to his activities as a producer. Producer? Why are you making an album then? The album has to be great. I mean, look at the fantastic. Okay, blah blah blah. Melcher, the son of Doris Day, was famous.
Doris Day's cool.
Yeah. Even recorded a duet with his mother on Jackson Browne's 3 Days, sounding utterly defeated. His vocal delivery is apparently somewhere between a sarcastic howl and a wounded moan.
Oh.
Jesus.
Okay.
What about All Man and Woman?
It looks like a cover of like, do you know those cheap like romance novels that you
What?
might find in like a supermarket.
One
Well,
of them is a
apparently,
centaur and everyone.
Sweet Fancy Moses is the first thing we've got to look forward to. Product of two musicians in a turbulent relationship.
I mean, that could just be any Fleetwood Mac album.
Southern rock version of Cher and Rolling Stone. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Cher, for preventing future generations from being exposed to this kooky monstrosity. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, in brackets, the soundtrack.
If you've ever listened to Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, it's one of those albums where you walk away from it and you
It's just
Huh.
bananas. Then there's Yes, Tales of Topographic Oceans.
This looks like a recent Red Hot Chili Peppers album cover called Dream Canteen. But I'm
apparently
loving
it
all of
was
this.
Wake's idea of inventiveness was often by trying to coax fart noises out of a Hammond B3 organ,
Nice.
while no one kept a beat. Sonny Bono. Car wreck of an album.
I'm going to listen to all of these when we leave, and
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a thorough explanation on each and every one of them.
Oh god, I just saw John Lennon and Yoko
I mean,
Ono there.
everyone knows
That's
about Yoko Ono.
That's
Oh,
gonna be a
goodness.
shit show.
But either way, that is the end of Weird News. So, these albums are scary. So shall we go to a spooky game?
Yes.
Yep.
Right. Well, we shall be right back.
That is a nicely animated cat.
It is. Well, we are here. It's called Everlooply. We played Exit 8, April, which, in a nutshell, just this information is what it is, pretty much. It's just a bit more of a spooky version. So if you notice any anomalies, go back the way you came to progress. If there's fuck all and everything seems cool, continue on forward.
Interesting premise. I'm down.
Now, when me and Lee played Exit 8, it's just literally a Japanese subway.
It
Yeah,
was
I've heard
extremely
about
easy.
this.
Oh, this may be a lot harder.
Oh dear.
3 doors on the left. Oh, cat.
This is our
Yes.
equivalent of the Japanese man with the briefcase.
Yeah, chicken painting, Jesus.
Pet the kitty. Not teabag and pet him.
Can't, there's no crouch.
So it's
That-
just a few minutes past 7.
I hate that clock is wonky though.
Oh, now you've pointed it out. That's made me
I
angry.
hate it. Yeah, lots of religious imagery.
Yeah, I feel like we're not completing this one this easily.
You say that, but
Cactus.
there's a lot. I don't know.
I will remember the cactus. That's my job.
The one cactus.
Is that a different coloured Jesus? Oh, you can't go back, can you?
I can.
They look very, very orange.
Yeah, people just don't know how to do like things back in the Renaissance.
I thought, no, the Renaissance is when people do know how to do things. That looks
So
like
apparently-
medieval stuff.
Oh, and now I can sprint. Right, so now that was apparently wrong because there's no candles.
Yep.
So you have to go back and find out what was wrong on the first run. This makes sense if there's something wrong on the second
As
run.
a,
Okay, there's the cat.
it's going to be like the fucking wrinkle in the carpet was wrong or something, isn't it?
Okay, there's 3 rugs, 3 things on this there.
Is the clock at the same time?
Yeah, check the clock.
Yeah, clock's fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cat's the same. No, is there more Jesus in that picture?
Yeah, more Jizai. Yeah, things there. It seems fine. Okay, let's
We
see.
should have
So
a
we're gonna find
candlelight
out.
on this one.
Yes, that was correct. Okay, so
Right, cool.
the first
So we know
one
what
was
it
just
looks like
saying this is the bog standard. So go from there. So that's how many we need to get to escape this nonsense. Where's the cat?
Picture's the same?
Yeah, like chicken thing.
Check out that shelf to the right.
Yeah, still 3 things, including
Yeah.
Whammon. Time's the same. That's. Is that one the same?
I don't know if it is.
That's a different painting.
It was not. Apparently, everything was perfectly fine. Yeah, so the candles go out if you're wrong. Yeah, that apparently is the painting.
Interesting.
Okay. 3 rugs. 3 doors. Oh! Creepy person, see that?
Yeah. Yep.
Fuck that shit!
Fuck this shit out now.
Okay, that was correct. Ocular Vigil.
Ocular Vigil.
So someone was
So what?
watching
That's just
us.
what we saw.
Yeah, it's like marking off what we saw. Okay, cat again. Okay.
The fact that the rugs are all wrinkly gives me tingles in my feet thinking I'm going to fall over them. I'm very clumsy.
Was the cactus always in the middle?
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Well, that's your shit different.
That's different.
Hell yes.
Yep, it's 2. Dark Transfiguration.
Dark Transfiguration.
Okay, cat.
So does this game detect how far along you're on the corridor, so that you know where?
It essentially, each of the corners is a loop. So
Yeah,
it
but
loops
does it
back at
detect
each of-
when you've turned back, so that you
Yes.
know what you're looking at? Because you could just turn back every time and get it right eventually.
Yes, however, it resets if you get it wrong.
Yeah, that's the same. That.
That seems fine, so I'll go
I
forward.
thought that door was open for a second.
Yep, that's fine. Yeah, so if we get it wrong, it'll reset back to 0.
Oh, that's not good.
So it's either a long game or really short. Yeah, me and Lee found that the game real quick. Okay, still 3 rugs. Still 4 fans. The cat is sitting there. Fuck you, cat!
Dun dun dun.
Yep,
Halfway
feline
through.
repose. Okay. The cat sitting there. Obstacle. Are you good now, cat? Cactus is missing.
Cactus is gone.
That was April's cactus.
You didn't, April. You stepped the game up. You didn't see the cactus.
I'm sorry.
There's the cat.
This dude has really loud footsteps.
He does.
So it's pretty normal so far.
Yep, that's fine.
Cactus is back.
There's
I
the correct
think
amount
this
of
might be normal.
GSI.
Yeah, this is normal.
Yep, that was correct. Literally 2 more to go.
Okay, this is where it starts to get spooky, probably.
I mean, what, the creepy dude wasn't spooky enough? You good, cat? You cool, cat? The cat always
Sounds
was.
good.
I keep looking because it's obviously dark, so until I know what it is, I can't check if it's like a spotted cat or not.
Does anybody be keeping an eye on like the number of lights and stuff?
Vaguely, yeah. Alright, that's correct.
Once more.
Where's the cat?
There is no cat. There is no cat.
If you go forward a bit, then you can find out if there's a camera.
There is no cat.
No, there's no cat. We're going back.
Yep. We win.
No, now we have to succeed. We have to pass through one that is not fucked up. That is how you win.
Has the ceiling always looked like that?
Yeah.
What's a clock like?
So...
So looks pretty good to me.
was either
That was
you spend 1,000 years or you're just amazing at this.
very easy.
That's it. Great.
That's the game.
Yeah, that's the game. Done. That's it, April. There's no more.
That was fun. I liked it.
Yeah, I think that took us, what, 5 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it would be harder if it was just one person looking.
I don't know. Maybe, but I don't know.
You forget that collectively our intelligence is like 5 brain cells, so...
There's meant to be 30. Yeah, we did 12 loops out of the 9 needed.
We win, hooray!
Where? We destroyed it. Right, well, that's the end of Weird News, and that's the game. So, thank you, Lee and April, for joining me. And
No
me
problem.
and Mike will be streaming tomorrow. We don't know what yet, but we shall see.
Sweet.
But thank you
Lovely.
for watching, and we shall catch
Thank
you all
you.
later. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.